Hi everyone, this is Stephanie Webb, and today I wanted to hop on and talk about the why behind why I started my business. So my business is called Eat Happy Nutrition, and it's pretty new, and I help women take the stress and guilt out of nutrition and health. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about why I do that and who I've been in the past and how I've changed now. So I have an app on my phone. I'm sure you have this. It's like the Google Photo Assistant app, and it will pop up sometimes with like 5 years ago today or whatever, and it will show a picture of this day 5 years ago or whenever. So today it popped up with a picture from 7 years ago, and when I looked at the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, and I was taken back to this time in my life where I was really unhappy in a lot of ways. There were a lot of difficult things going on in my life. I had two really young kids. My husband was deployed, well, I don't know if he was deployed 7 years ago today, but he was leaving all the time. He's in the Air Force, and he was gone all the time, and I was overweight. I was unhealthy. And looking back at that picture, I was just like, oh, I wish I could go back and give my old self a hug and tell me that it would be okay. And it really got me thinking, like, wow, I've come a long way. And I kind of wanted to share that story with you today. So if you're catching the replay, thanks for watching. And if you're watching live, it looks like there's two of you on. Go ahead and say hi in the comments so I can see who you are. So I, as you probably know, I'm a holistic nutritionist and an eating psychology coach. And gosh, I've had a long journey with health. I think I told you a few videos ago that after I had my first baby, I read my first diet book. I read the South Beach Diet, and it kind of started this whole thing with me and like health books. Hi, honey, my husband's on here. Yay, I'm so thrilled you're watching. So I was vegan for a few years. Heather, hi, I miss you. I'm so glad you're on here. So I've had a long road of health. So I tried a bunch of different diets, and during those years when my kids were really young, I would be kind of back and forth with eating healthy and then kind of like binging, gaining a lot of weight, losing a little bit of weight, gaining it back. Like I said, we tried being vegan for a few years. It didn't work long term for us, but I did learn a lot from it. So I kind of was on this journey. 3 years ago, I decided to kind of buckle down, and I thought, I'm going to learn all there is to know about nutrition. And so I started my master's degree in holistic nutrition. And I took classes. I've taken classes in anatomy and physiology, biochemistry, pathophysiology, nutrition, stress management, like you name it, in science courses, and I've taken it. But as the degree went along, I just felt like this is not quite what I wanted. I felt like I was getting all this scientific knowledge, and yet there was still this gap between what I knew I should be doing and what I was actually doing. And so I was kind of like digging myself into this hole of extreme guilt and shame. And I was eating healthier overall, but I was still feeling really like, I'm such a loser that I can't figure this out. I have all this knowledge and I know better, and yet I'm not really doing anything different. So then when was it? Probably about a year ago, my husband tagged me on Instagram on the Eating Psychology account. And that one social media tag like changed my life. So I started watching Mark David's videos. He founded the Institute for the Psychology of Eating. I started watching his videos and it was like this light bulb went off. I mean, you guys, it was seriously like a spiritual awakening for me. And I knew like within minutes of the first video that this was the missing piece. It was like this huge shift happened in my mind and in my soul, really. And I knew this was the truth. And also, I knew that I needed to learn this stuff so I could share it with everyone. And I have learned it, and now I'm sharing it. So that's why I started this business. So I've come so far from that picture 7 years ago that I looked at today to now. So I don't have a perfect diet. I don't have a perfect body. I love to exercise. I do it every day, not out of guilt or because I should, but because I want to, because it feels good. I eat pretty healthy most of the time, but the biggest change is really in how I feel about myself. So if you're a girl, you probably do this too. Whenever I walk by store windows and you can see your reflection, you know, you kind of look at yourself and you like kind of suck in a little bit, and maybe you're like, oh, my stomach's sticking out, or ooh, my butt's too big, or that tape that rolls through your head. I was telling my husband this weekend, we were walking by some windows and I looked at him and I told him, gosh, I don't do that anymore. I look in the mirror or in the window reflection and I'm like, cool. I am so happy with how I am. I'm happy with who I am. And all those years of diets and books and all that stuff, when I was claiming to be searching for health, what I was actually searching for was to be happy with who I am, to feel happy with my own body, and to feel comfortable in my own skin. And you know what, you guys, I'm there. I'm not perfect. I still have days where, like last night I was watching So You Think You Can Dance, and I think I'm back, and I was seeing all those dancer bodies, and I had a few moments of like, oh, I wish I looked like that. But overall, like big picture, I am so happy with who I am. And that is why I started this business, because I want to help everyone I can get to that point of not only health, but peace with who they are and their body, because we need that. We live in a world of such toxic, we swim in this toxic soup of women need to look a certain way and be a certain way, and it really does a number on our psyche, and it doesn't have to be that way. So that's my why. And that brings me to my other announcement that my website is finally up and going. My awesome husband has been working on it like crazy the last couple weeks, and it's up. My coaching packages are up. So you can go check it out. Tell me what you think. You can request more information or whatever. It's on there. It's eathappynutrition.com. So that's that. I'm going to let you guys go for the day. Hopefully that was helpful for you to hear a little bit more about my story. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. It's fun chatting with you. Fun to see you, Heather. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.